Most of you, they will tell you, if you don't compromise, you will not be promoted. They should keep their promotion. Most of you, they will tell you, if you don't compromise, they will not give you a role in your career. They should keep the role. You are not a hireling. Listen, promotion does not come from the west. It does not come from the east. It does not come from the south. It cometh from the Lord. And in case that promotion does not come, it's an honor to die for God. This is the Christianity that the apostles practiced. And this is why out of Jesus' disciples, all were recorded to be martyred. Only John's death was not known. And none of them changed their mind. Does that mean Jesus was raising martyrs? Yes. That is the true essence of the kingdom. If we sitting here, you can't find 20 people who can die for Jesus, it means this is a social gathering. We are just wasting our time. I read the story of an Egyptian church. 38 people were arrested, and they gave them the opportunity for 1 month to change their minds. They refused. They slaughtered them one after the other. You are seeing they are slaughtering the next person. They are coming to you. Nobody shook. When I heard that story, I started praying to God to help me. Because I say, if I was there, will I have the fortitude to die? If I don't have that kind of grace, then what message have I been preaching? Go and read how the 12 disciples died. Some of them were stoned to death. Some of them, they used spear and thrust through them. They stood their ground for Jesus. The Bible said, even the ones that they gave deliverance, they rejected it so that they can have a better resurrection. What did they know? Imagine they arrest you to kill you. When they saw that you won't change your mind, they said, go, we won't kill you again. You say, no. I want the church to hear that there are still men who can die for Jesus. It says some, in the face of deliverance, they rejected it. Because they want to resurrect with crowns. What is it about crowns they know that we don't know? That we can lie because of 10,000 naira extra on our salary. That we can lie because we want a boss to pat us at the back and say, you are my best staff. That we can lie and join church politics because we want people to clap for us. What is it about crowns that we don't know? Our Christianity is shallow because we are not teaching the cross. We don't know the way of death anymore. But in the kingdom, honor is not men's applause. Honor is the degree of cross that you can carry. And this is the signature of those who can wear the crowns of eternity. Paul said in 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7 to 8, he said, I have fought a good fight. This thing is called the fight of faith. Many times it will stagger your conviction, but you will stand your ground. See, we need tough Christians. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. There's such a thing called the faith that many kept. Verse 8, it says, henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at the day, and not me only, but unto them that love is appearing. This guy knew the level of death I have endured. There's no way the crown will escape me, because we know these things. If you die for Christ, you will know. And blessed are you if you have found grace enough not to bow. If you have to die literally, it's an honor. But you don't even have to die literally. It speaks about self-denial. What can you let go because of the kingdom? Oh, give me the that's who you are. That's who you are. That's who you are. What is the significance of crowns? I give you 3 quickly. Number 1, it makes you part of heaven's government. Revelation chapter 4, verse 1 to 4. After this I looked, and behold, a door opened in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was as it were a trumpet talking with me, which said, come up hither, and I will show you things that must be hereafter. And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat upon the throne. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone. And there was rainbow round about the throne. in sight like unto an emerald. Verse 4. And round about the throne were 24 seats. And upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting, clothed with white raiment. You see that these guys carry glory. That's number one. Number two, on their heads they had crowns. And number three, they were sitting on thrones. So what qualifies you to be part of heaven's government is glory, crown, and throne. And all of these things have to do with certain kinds of labors that qualify you for it. For a crown is death. Second thing that those who wear crown are permitted to do in eternity is that they will participate in the wars of the bridegroom. So there are those who we resurrect as warriors. Those are the ones who will fight the battles of Elohim. See, not all of us will participate in the warfare of eternity. Because if you don't have the fortitude to stand your ground in the face of death, you can't fight the rage of the battle to come. Not the battle of Armageddon, let alone any other one for that matter. Revelation 6 verse 2. Quickly. And round about the throne, Revelation 6 verse 2. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. So if you don't have crown, you don't have the capacity to conquer. So in the war to come, every warrior has a badge. That badge is a crown. So if you think you will be part of those who will fight with God, stand with God, you must pay the price to be crowned. And it's also a key for dominion. That means those who wear crown have the permission to exercise dominion. That's why that scripture tells us that they will conquer and they will go to conquer. The fifth reward of eternity, maybe I'll stop here today, are thrones. When we get to heaven, some will be in the city. Some will be outside Jerusalem, the new Jerusalem. Some will stand in the courts of God, and some will sit on thrones. We will not all be in the same place. Please make no mistakes about it. See, the beauty of life is that you have all the opportunities to become anything in the world to come. You just have to know it and align yourself. Whether you be in the nations, or you be outside the war, or you be standing in the courts, or you will be seated, it's your choice. It's your choice. But there are prices to pay. See, when we talk of prices, we are not talking about salvation. Salvation is free. But there are many things in the kingdom. When we are saved, we are restored into kingdom business. Because kingdom was what was in view before we fell. Salvation was to restore us back to kingdom. Now that we are in the kingdom, kingdom service begins. And these are some of the services of the kingdom. But most Christians are too babyish to even know these things. Because they were never taught. They thought Christianity is a social gathering. Where they lay hands on you, you are healed. Where they give people food. Where it's deeper than that. Those are the peripheries. This is the real business of Abba. What is interested in. These are the things. And that is why rewards are based on these things. What qualifies you for thrones? Number one, trials. Number two, tribulations. Number three, chastisements of the Lord. The chastening of the Lord. Anybody who runs from trials, who runs from tribulations, who runs from the chastening of the Lord will never sit on a throne. Revelations. Well, let's begin from Luke 22, verse 28 to 30. It says, "Yea are they which have continued with me in my temptations." This is not everybody. Those who have what? Continued with him in his temptation. These are the people who take reproach for the name of God, insult for the name of God, pains, perils for the name of God. He said, "You are they that continued with me in my temptations." Next verse. He said, and I appoint unto you a kingdom as my Father hath appointed unto me. Next verse. And he said, and you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones judging the tribes of Israel. So there are those who he will appoint thrones to sit with him, to pass judgment in the world to come. So it's not only God that will judge in the world to come. There are many judges in Zion. But anybody who will qualify for this honor must be willing to go with him in his trials. Must be willing to go with him in his tribulations, in his temptations, in his peril.
We own the copyrights to all the content we upload on our channel. You can follow us on all our social media handles at Fleming Channel. Also, visit our website at www.flemingchannel.com. Thank you and God bless you.